What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Dual Mod Survival. I'm here with B,
Hello.
and we're on episode 68. And last episode, we set ourselves up some more industrial craft machines. So we set ourselves up the induction furnace to smelt stuff really quickly, and the thermal centrifuge, which we haven't used yet, but we will relatively soon. And we also started the crafting of the mining laser, which finished up, and now it's ready to go. Now, you wouldn't need to charge it, which you would have to do inside here, but the bat box is not a high enough tier to be able to actually charge it. So like if I try to place it in, it doesn't do anything. So we're gonna have to upgrade this setup here. So we're gonna get working on that. But before we do that, we're gonna need more rubber. As I showed you last episode, kind of like out of rubber. We got a little bit more because I extracted a little bit, but we have a lot of sticky resin, like I think like 10,000 sticky resin. Yeah, a lot of sticky resin. And we need that to start doing its thing. So I'm gonna get myself a couple more semi-fluid generators. Get myself some ender tanks. What color is this? Just yellow in the middle. Alright, so we need 2 of you. Cauldron times 2, begin. Okay, then we need 2 yellow, which we have. Alright, so we need, could use 1, but whatever. Resources are resources. Alright, so there we go. Those are 2 fuel tanks. So we got those. How are our generators doing? Not quite there. Empty. So, oh yeah, we need. I auto-crafted these, didn't I? So that's, or I'm sorry, I manually crafted them. So that's extruding a tin plate. Alright, so give me a tin plate. So yeah, 1 of you will equal 3 of those. Let me just teach that real fast. This is how it always knows. Oops. Code that. Toss it on in here. Boom. Okay, so now it should know. Alright, so that's 1 done. Should be finishing up the other one. Yep, there we go. So our 2 semi-fluid generators, and we need some, like an export bus. Need some ME cabling. Should get right there. And we'll need, I guess an interface will work. Let's grab 1 of those, and we're also going to want some upgrades. So we're going to want, I guess, 2 of those. It's not hugely important. So I want 2 more of you guys. Craft those, and then energy storage. Throw 16 in there, why not? Go machine go. Oh, they start fishing. I'll grab them down there. So, oh, also, by the way, we found this nifty little block here. It's from Natura. It's called an obelisk. It's just made out of 8 ghostwood logs, like in a circle. And it actually sets your spawn point, so it's pretty cool. So if I right click, sets my spawn point. It's useful for dimensions that you can't spawn in, like the nether. You can't put a bed in it, so it acts like that. Alright, so let's head into our processing room here, as there's a zombie just hanging out. Okay. So now we're going to break into this wall. That's the plan. We're going to want to find the nearest ME hookup. Okay, no ME cable there. I think that's some right there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. We'll just hook in right there then. And okay, that'll do. So we can run here, run there. Actually, we don't want that one there. We want the export bus there. So I'm going to place down my extractor here. Get the export bus, place it there. We want sticky resin. Curious to go there. Okay, so that's filled up. Then we're going to power it on the two sides. Here and here. There's one more cable and the interface on top. So that means now we can do our upgrades. So grab those. I think we ran out of rubber again. No, I already got those. So remember, check to upgrade. If you click on the side of the block. So upside. That's the, I guess it's the right side. Bottom side. So same thing for that. Drop that in, do that. So that's going to use 34 EU per tick. These produce 32 each. Let's actually see if I can get away with one more. Except we probably need some rubber. Maybe we don't have a monitor in here, but it's fine. Once I hook these up, it should get going. So if I just place you there and say go, that should start producing EU, and that should start filling it up. Perfect. So now that will make us tons of rubber. So now we look at our upgrades. Should actually be crafting a... that was the problem. So these are crafting. I definitely want more of these just because I don't have any kind of capacitor here. If I do that, what are you doing now? 54? They should be able to handle that. Should be able to. Alright, looks good. I think it's slowly, yeah, it's slowly filling up because this is increasing its storage quite a bit. Let's actually increase it a little bit more. Boom. Nice. Okay, so that'll fill up, you know, as it gets there. It's going to take a while to equalize out, but that's producing us a ton of rubber now. So if we look, well, I mean, we just used all of it, but it's coming back. It's coming back. All right, so now we have a good inflow of rubber. So now we can head back up top and start looking to upgrade this entire setup here. So like I said, we're going to want a better bat box. We're actually just going to go straight to the top tier version. So if we look at Industrial Craft, so it was the bat box for 32 output, and it was CESU for 128, then 512 for MFE, and MFSU is 2048. We want the 2048. So it does require an MFE, which, you know, it's going to take a little bit of crafting here. Just want to get myself an energy crystal. Probably going to need to craft some diamonds. Quite a few diamonds. Yeah, we're running really low on diamonds here, so I might do something here real fast. In fact, we will. Let's teach us how to do another thing. So if we want to create diamonds, there is a way to do it in Industrial Craft using. Oh, what was that? Oh, you can make it in the pressure chamber. Interesting. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. Using a compressor with a coal chunk. So a coal chunk is compressed coal around obsidian, which is coal ball compressed, which is just coal dust around flint. So we're going to do that. So let's get ourselves the coal Industrial Craft one. Craft me one of those, except it's probably crafting diamonds. No, there we go. We want a piece of flint. So we say that and that makes that. So that's just a crafting. So that can go in there. Then we need what was it called? Coal chunk? Yeah. Or coal ball. So make one of those. Should take a second to crush up all that. We should have our energy crystal ready now. Perfect. Okay, well, could go for some more overclock upgrades. Alright, coal ball. Go. Okay. So now we say one coal ball. Oops. Other place. One coal ball is going to equal one of the compressed coals from the compressor, compressed coal ball, which we can put there. Code. Place that in here. Then we can also say that around obsidian, which we have a ton of obsidian now. Might go turn on just to laugh at it a little bit more because it's so awesome. That crafted around here makes a coal chunk, which is a crafting recipe, so I can go in here. So let's craft up a coal chunk, and then we'll finish that recipe. So it's going to be that will equal a diamond, which will go in the compressor. While that's going, we're going to make our MFSU recipes. So for this, we're going to need the MFE, which is that like this. Make sure you replace them with the correct ones or else it won't work. So encode that. Do we know how to make insulated gold cable? We do. Okay, so that one's good to go. So if we go back to MFSU, can now make, know how to make the advanced one, know how to make that. Now make Lapitrons. So Lapitrons, not too bad. Code that, and then we need to teach you how to make lapis dust, which we'll do block at a time. Yeah, we'll do 1 block equals 9. Can I craft these? No. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to craft those. In case it ever has to. Did I? Yeah, okay, I did. So we'll say 9 of you equals that. Clear, we'll say 1 of you equals nine of you. Where to get another eject upgrade? I forgot to put this back in. Okay, so then we'll say that equals you. Oh, I want 9. Code. Oh, other one. Yes. Okay, that's what we want. I believe these all go in here. Alright, so that should be pretty much good to go for the MFSE, or the MFE. Or no, that should be, no, that's all of it, isn't it? Oh yeah, that should take care of it. We just need to craft that using the correct Lapitron. So if I toss them back in, we say begin on that. Once that's done, should be able to replace that recipe, and then it should be good to go. So it's gonna be a second here of me waiting for things to finish up crafting. So this is gonna finish up, and we'll be back to finish the recipes up and then start actually upgrading this. So we'll be back here in just a moment. Alright, so our Lapitron and coal chunk finished up crafting, so that we can go ahead and place these. Encode that. Toss you in and start requesting it. Begin. Hopefully we don't run out of diamonds, but I have a feeling we might. And we can also say you are going to equal, once these are done, oh god, alright, go. Alright, you shall equal a diamond. Nice. So I'm actually not 100% sure how our system's going to handle this, because we now have 2 ways to craft diamonds. Yeah, because we have the way we just made, then we had the magical crops way. So I'm not sure what it will do. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. Options are options though, so can't hurt. Let's actually throw this Lapitron in so that way it uses it. And so going back to the upgrading of this, so we're now going to be putting out 2048 EU per tick. So we're going to want some better cables. So for that we want some HV cabling. So HV cabling, not too hard to make, just HV cable, which is extruding iron to make 4. So let's teach it that real fast. 1 iron extruded will equal 4. Code. Place this on in here. Then we say get some rubber. Look at that. Rubber production's doing pretty good. Then we say, was it 1 of U plus 3 of U equals that. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to want a bit of that. You get like 10. That should work. And done. Okay, so we're just going to replace all this copper cabling here. Come on. Actually, I'm not going to do it quite yet just because I think it's going to need the power and I don't want anything to mess up while it's trying to craft all this stuff up. So let's look at our progress of the MFSU. Yeah, so it wants diamond essence. But I think it's also trying to do it this way. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so it's making a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, definitely. Get some more overclock upgrades. Go. I need things to be faster. So much faster. Can we give me another one real fast? Kim? There it is. Okay. Throw these on in the macerator. It's going to use a ton more power, but it's going to be a lot more faster. So I think it just worked. Yeah, so I think it's going to say I want diamond essence to do it, but it's also going to try and do it this way. And then once it realizes it got a diamond back, it will cancel the request for the diamond essence. So I think it technically works. I guess it might work still if we have the diamond essence available, because it would probably try both. Realize that the diamond essence worked after it placed probably 8 coal in here. So then it would stop after that, which would not be a huge deal. And we would have more on hand. Eventually, at some point, I think after 8 times we do that, it will eventually make us extra diamond, but that's not a huge deal, I don't think. So I'm okay with it. I think it works. Just need more power production. We don't need more power production, we need more output on here, which is exactly what we're doing. So we're getting there. I'm going to let this go for a little bit since it's going to take a little bit of time, and we'll be back once this is all ready to go. Alright, so I went out manually mining because we were still kind of short on diamonds. We got a little bit now, but yeah, could use more. And I noticed my hammer ran out of charge really quickly. I remember that I never showed off a capacitor. So I taught the system how to make every tier of it because, top tier uses that tier, uses that. So I taught how to make this real fast. And what this will do is if you hold it on your hotbar and have it activated, it will automatically share power to any kind of charge weapon or tool that you have. So if I let this charge up real fast, it can hold 10 million RF, by the way, so that's a ton of RF. I don't need to charge up all the way, just enough. I'm going to go halfway. And there we go. So if I put this here and I right click with it, or shift right click, it should be activated. Now if you watch my hammer start to fill back up. So that's going to be very helpful for when I'm mining. It's just going to keep my hammer charged for, pretty much forever. So I'm going to head back out, do some mining, and come back once we have enough diamonds and the MFSU is done. So see you guys here in just a moment. Alright, so our MFSU is finally done crafting. So now we can, first of all, inhibit my armor, because these particles are really annoying. Okay, so now we can wrench up the bat box. It's still going, but I think it'll be okay. There we go. Wrench you. Then we're going to want to place you down and then flip you around. Nope, wrong way. Shift right click. There we go. So that should work. So that should be getting power and distributing it through the back. Then now I want to replace all these wirings with those HV cables that we just made. So if I just slide in under here, break anything that I don't want to break. There we go. Broke one block, but whatever. Alright, yeah, so that little yellow means that's where it's outputting. So now if I grab my HV cabling, should be able to just run it through the back here. And now everything should now have the capability to gain a lot more power. Kind of need transform upgrades in there. Just in case. Oh god, yeah. Okay, that's definitely good. Alright, so now these should be pretty good to go. So now, as soon as they all equalize with their power fill-ups, like this is still gaining power, this should start filling up, and it's going to give us a really good backlog of power, which means whenever we start crafting anything rather large and it uses all these machines, it will have a lot of power to pull from to make sure all these get done really fast. So now I can put like tons and just tons of overclocker upgrades in here, because it will be able to keep up, but like in a pulse, so it won't be able to just permanently keep up. But yeah, so anyways, so now this should start getting power, which I want to put into my mining laser, because that's the whole point here. I want to play with the mining laser a little bit. So this might take a second. We'll let it charge up just a little bit, and we'll go play with it. So instead of waiting all the whole time, we'll just do that. Put a few things away. Put the bat box away. Don't really need it. All right, let's head out and let's do some mining laser mining. B, can you sleep for me?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Okay. Oh, I do have flight still. Okay, so mining laser. It's pretty cool thing. So if you want to mine something, you just boom, you fire. Should go through a few blocks. It's pretty cool. Nice, thank you. So yeah, it can mine straight line, like 4 blocks, 5 blocks or so. Just a click. So pretty good. It's pretty good lot. Pretty good tool to have. Obviously there are some other things that we have, but this is unique in its own. So you shoot through blocks. I mean, Matacan sort of does that. Oh, I found more spring water bee.
Can you please mark that?
Yep, it's at the quarry, so I'll make you a little hole for it with my mining laser. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so Bee's collecting this stuff. It gives you regen if you stand in it. I don't know, he wants it. Alright, so that's the mining laser. And I think that's going to have to be the end of the episode, though, because it did take us quite a while to get all the upgrades for Industrial Craft sorted. So I think that'll do it for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Next time we'll be back, and I have another pretty awesome tool from Industrial Craft that I want to show you guys. So that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. So until next time, we'll see you guys then. See ya.
See ya.